From Druitt Dollins, should the Chiefs sign Alejandro Villanueva and draft a linebacker? I mean, I'm down to bring in Villanueva. I am curious who plays left tackle for them. Is it Mike Remmers, Lucas Niang? Villanueva is starting to decline, and that is concerning. But the left tackle options for KC are not great right now, so I would be on board with that. You know, Damian Wilson left. That leaves you Anthony Hitchens, Willie Gay. I would draft a linebacker. Maybe it's not even round 1, but like round 2, round 3. If I were the Chiefs, I think that plan of attack absolutely works for me in terms of fixing my team as best as I can. From Joffrey, as my friend Mitchell Renz likes to say, so the Chiefs trade up for Christian Darrisaw. If he starts to fall, I don't mind it, actually. I like Darrisaw a lot. He is a very good football player, can be a starting left tackle in the NFL, fills a big-time need. The question is, can he get in the top 20? I think that's what I have to do. Top 20 for him? Kind of expensive for KC. From the King, name your top 5 NFL fan bases. We all know you're a Cowboys. Okay, so if we know that, then I will leave the Cowboys out. For my own safety, I'm going to put the Raiders on there because I don't want to get killed. I want to give credit to the Browns as well because they've been bad for a long time, and they still back their team very, very well. Let's see. I think Seahawks fans are pretty crazy too in a good way. Saints fandom has stuck by me since the Superdome Katrina game. And I need one more there for my favorite fan bases. I'm not going to do Broncos, Producer Sam, just to trigger you there. I'm not going to do Patriots fans because they annoy me as well. I'll go Chiefs. They've been fun lately in the end.
Let's go to Stress and Sammy here. Should the Chiefs re-sign Bashaud Breeland? It depends on money. But if you tell me right now I could bring in Breeland on a 1-year kind of prove-it deal, I'll tell you what. I'm a lot more interested in that. But also, I think you have to be open to the idea of drafting a cornerback early if you don't go ahead and do it. Now, if you don't bring back Breeland, who had 38 tackles, 2 picks, 9 pass breakups last year, do you take a cornerback early? Do you consider DeAndre Baker a starter? That remains to be seen. Luckily for Kansas City, you could see some cornerbacks fall here in this draft. Now, I think Patrick Surtain, he's gone. J.C. Horn, gone. Greg Newsome, actually, at this point, might be gone as well. Newsome might be the one player that you might be able to get at 31. If you want to get ballsy and take Caleb Farley, who was my number 1 corner before the back injury, that still remains to be seen. Asante Samuel Jr. is more of an inside corner, which sure fills a need, but I mean, for Kansas City, if you do decide to bring back Breeland, maybe you don't go corner, but if you don't bring him back, then maybe you do have to go corner with one of your first 2 picks. All right, if you guys got a question, I want you to subscribe to get on our live mailbag. So hit that big red button underneath this video here, and if you already subscribed, go to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Join us for the NFL Draft. We will be the number 1 most watched draft coverage 3 straight years. And if you want more videos, free videos, seriously, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. Let's go to Mike Dibble. Hey, Mitchell, who is your late round 1 steal? So my late round 1 steals, oh boy. I think in terms of players that I think you can keep in mind, oh boy, I'm trying to think off the top of my head here. I think Schwartz is a player, the wide receiver from Auburn. He could be a late round guy you could potentially see go. The lineman from Mississippi State, I think, is a pretty interesting player. I'm trying to think. So, guys, I do a lot of my draft research, like in the earlier picks. A lot of the late round guys is probably a little bit more for Tom. So, what? You mean like late round 1? Oh, late round 1. I'm thinking like late, like 5th, 6th, 7th round guys. All right, so late round 1 steals. I think Zaven Collins is a great player to keep in mind. I think Azeez Ojulari could be a good player to keep in mind. We'll see. Eric Stokes is another player that I'm starting to really fall in love with because of the athletic ability. Jalen Phillips, if he goes down really far. I'm not going to sit here and go Melifonwu, but I will ask you guys this question. What's the correct spelling here for, I want to pronounce it right, Ifeatu Melifonwu? What's the correct way to spell this dude's name? Now, Obi, his older brother, he's already come out, was kind of an absolute flop in the NFL. But which is the correct way to spell Melifonwu's name here? So is it the first way, type 1? Is it the second way, type 2? Third, type 3? Type 4 if you think it's the 4th. If you want to know the correct answer, you can DM me on Instagram at MitchellRenz365 or just look it up on Google. All right, Robert, you're next up here. Appreciate the super chat, my dude. Mark my words. Lawrence number 1, of course. Jets get Fields at 2. Niners get Jones. Bears trade up for Wilson. Lance falls on Broncos' lap at 9. Okay, I will mark your words. We will take a screenshot of this right now, and if you are right, we're definitely going to have to give you some kudos here. So, as Sam just did, all right, Robert, appreciate the question as always. Now, we partnered up with Newsbreak, and if anybody out there wants an awesome app on their phone, listen up right now. Go to chatsports.com/newsbreak. Now, I don't care what part of the United States you live in. I don't care what city you live in. I don't care what region. It doesn't matter what your zip code is. This app will be useful for you. Now, if you want more sports content, we got you covered. If you want more, politics, if you want to know more about pop culture, the best places to eat, the Newsbreak app is the app for you. So if you guys want to help us out and help yourself out, go to chatsports.com/newsbreak. I'm going to put this link in the comments. It's also going to be in the description. Now, why should somebody download it? Local news and weather. You gotta know what's going on in your local cities, right? Politics, food, pop culture, the extra sports content, and you can find our Chat Sports videos. So once you go ahead and download the app at chatsports.com/newsbreak, you go to the search tool, and if you look up your favorite team, then look for the show that we run. So if you're a Cowboys fan, Cowboys Report, Raiders fan, Raiders Report, Dolphins fan, Dolphins Today, 49ers fan, 49ers. Like, we got all these awesome channels here. You can get even more content. Plus, stay up to date what's going on in your city.
From Izzy World, which draft prospect do you think could be taken in the first round that is not a first-round talent? So, this is a good topic here. And this is pretty on par with most of the NFL, too. There are not 32 first-round grades. Teams give out like maybe half of that as a pure first-round talent. That's the way that their grading systems work. That's the way mine work as well. So there are going to be a lot of players who go in round 1 that aren't your true first-round grades on teams' draft board, even though they'll boost it up later. The latest graded guy that I think that could go in round 1, I could see someone like Jason Owe or a Tyson Campbell sneak into round 1, and I just did not like those guys as much as I hoped I was going to. From Izzy World, why isn't Penei Sewell getting more love? He is the best non-quarterback prospect in the draft. I agree. I got Penei Sewell as my number 2 player. His arm length is 33 inches. That's fine. That's long enough for a tackle. Rashawn Slater's probably faster than him, but Sewell's also 330 pounds. He's huge. Penei Sewell dominated Pac-12 opponents at age 18 and 19. He does not turn 21 until after Kyle Pitts does. He's super young. Yes, he tends to lunge sometimes. I love him. I am not overthinking Penei Sewell. He is a fantastic prospect. I completely agree, Izzy World. From Chris Romero, who is the most overrated player in the NFL draft? The guy that I have the most overrated player as relative to everyone else is probably someone like a Gregory Rousseau. I'm not that high on Tyson Campbell, the Georgia corner. Underrated. I like Bobby Brown from A&M a lot. I think he's a good sleeper pick there. I would throw in someone like let's go defense again here. I actually liked Ronnie Perkins a lot. I think I'm going to be higher on him than most people. That's the edge rusher from Oklahoma. Who do you guys want to go get? Let me know in the comments section. What player are you itching for your favorite team to go up and get? Let me know in the comments section. From Rashard Lee, who are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC? All right, in no particular order, because I don't want to get anyone mad at me too much here. You have Aaron Rodgers. You have Russell Wilson. I'm going to throw in probably Tom Brady in there, at least for now. Dak Prescott is in there. And then your 5th guy is probably not Kirk Cousins. It's not Fitz. It's not Matt Ryan. Kyler Murray. Matt Stafford, somewhere there. Spooner Sam goes, Kyler Murray, duh. Murray was not good on 3rd downs last year. It was bad. Yeah, it's the most important down. Like, I think Kyler's going to be good, but the breakout has not happened yet. At the end of next year, it might be Kyler in that top 5. I think I'd actually go Stafford or Matt Ryan would be my 5th option there. From Timothy Mullen, how have the character concerns of Micah Parsons impacted his draft stock? I know I might kill less come out of this questionable pass coverage. We see him similarly then. The truth of the answer is I don't know. We will find out on draft night. If Micah Parsons goes like top 10, didn't affect him. If he starts to slide a little bit, then okay. Teams had some concerns. So, in general, the character concern stuff, at least for me, ends up being like a red flag of like, hey, keep this in mind, but I don't have the same information that NFL teams do as it relates to that. So because of it, it's a bit of an unknown. From Daniel Sharp, what is wrong with Deshaun Watson? Lots of things. For starters, things are not great right now for Deshaun Watson. The updates here as we sit here filming is there continue to be more and more accusations around Deshaun Watson and massage therapists, and there have been multiple lawsuits and some information has been filed with the police allegedly, and there's just all kinds of bad things for Deshaun Watson, and there's so many of them, it doesn't look good. We will let the cases in the system play itself out, but I think there's a very real chance from an NFL perspective, which is what you guys are here for, it's an NFL show, of course, that Watson is suspended on the commissioner's exempt list to open up the 2021 season.
All right, we got Jace. Why do some CBS mock drafts have the Stanford quarterback going in the first round? It's because all it takes is for one guy to fall in love with one certain prospect, and then they're going to see him go up. I will say this. If you're looking at CBS mock drafts, you're doing it all wrong. CBS is one of the worst companies when it comes to mock draft stuff. And you're talking about Davis Mills here, 6'4", 212-pounder from Stanford. I mean, you're talking about somebody who hasn't even started 15 games. Like, does he look like a prototypical quarterback? Yes, he does. But he is not going to be, I think, a very reliable starting QB. His name, he's been going up and up in boards. But if you want good mock drafts, another reason to subscribe to Chat Sports. And also, if you want a good mock draft simulator, it's PFN. Out of these two, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, who do you think gets traded first? If you're like, you know what, man, I don't think either of these quarterbacks gets traded first, I want you to type N for neither. Now, one of the things that I love to be able to do here on Chat Sports shows is always talk about hypotheticals. And we've done plenty of shows around Rodgers. We've done plenty of shows around Wilson. But who do you think ends up getting traded first? I'm not saying in 2021. I could be talking about 2022, 2023. Which quarterback out of Rodgers or Russell Wilson ends up getting traded first? And if you want to ask me some trade questions around Rodgers, around Wilson, remember, all you got to do is use hashtag NFL, or you can super chat. If I was a betting man, I might actually go here and sit W for Wilson.